Hey guys, I know some of my more loyal fans are going to be disappointed to hear this, but I'm not really happy with how things are right now with my channel. I'm hitting that wall again with YouTube that I always eventually hit. You know, the part where I burn out and just get utterly sick of trying to make this whole thing work. I know people always offer up the same advice: do what you want, make the videos you want to create. But what most don't understand is how soul draining it is when you do what you want and you get no recognition for it. What's even worse is when doing what you want turns into what you don't really want. Yeah, I know, the whole thing gets really freaking confusing, even to me, honestly. I just don't think people get how difficult being a content creator is. It's like we're just here as freaking entertainment, hence the title of the video. When I recently came back, I really tried to get this channel to go somewhere, and ironically, the only reason I really wanted to come back was because I wanted to try and get my audience into the books I had been writing. And then somehow I got lured back onto the hamster wheel. And I'll be damned if I didn't make a lot of improvement and growth over the past couple of months in growing the channel. But what's most disappointing is that as quick as I made that growth, catching up to my numbers from a year ago when I was doing well with content that people seemed to be watching, well, just as quickly as I grew, I fell right back down again. And I'm not talking about my Patreons, who are saints that I can't even begin to say how much I appreciate you all. You guys have been hanging in there probably for all those smutty fanfic reads. But on YouTube, my views are just in the shitter, and it's been like that for a month. The last video I made about the voiced pro tag took me so much stinking time to work on that by the time I had edited 5 minutes worth of the video, I was damn near sick of it. I seriously didn't even want to keep working on it because I knew I had already extended myself too much, and that if the video wasn't successful, then I was going to feel even more put out by it. And of course it flopped too. Seriously, every video I've put out in the past month has 1,600 views or less, and that wouldn't be so bad if I had a new channel and was building it from the ground up, but it's incredibly bad when you're forsaking everything else in your life just to create it. And as a result of not getting any recognition, all of the time and energy that went into that growth is now null and void. And it's just insane to me how quickly that happens on YouTube. And so what do? You get stuck making content that's easy, content that you don't care about, that doesn't take a lot of effort because it's the only thing that you can recover easily from when it doesn't do well. And I'm so sick and tired of trying to guess why people like some videos and don't like others. And it's not like this is the only thing I can do in my life. I have lots of other talents and opportunities, things I'd rather be doing because honestly, they just feel more rewarding at the end of the day. Remember, I mentioned those books I had been writing? I should have pushed them more on this channel, but it seemed like nobody really gave a shit, and so I just kept on topic. But I completely gave up on writing when I got back to working on this channel. And you can ask the people who follow my Patreon how I went from writing like crazy to writing next to nothing. I'm barely getting a chapter a month proofed, and I was writing pretty much every day before. I don't know if I'll ever actually get a book published or if they're even any good, but I enjoyed writing. I enjoyed it. I got a lot of fulfillment from it. And my art, I've been barely managing to keep up with. Sometimes I paint a new picture of one of my new book characters, but I haven't done any kind of exploratory art in over a year, maybe even 2 years. And when all is said and done, I had to ask myself, when I'm lying on my deathbed, am I ever truly going to regret not growing a YouTube channel? Or will I regret all of the creations I never got to make because the channel took up all of my time? I mean, streaming was a fun addition, and I did enjoy getting to hang out with people, but it also takes up so much time. I'm a mom and I homeschool, which means most of my day is spent doing family stuff. I don't have time to do all this crap. Streaming 2 nights a week for 3 hours and then finding time to come up with topics for videos, writing a script, and then putting it all together. This is why people burn out. It's too much work for one person to do, unless they have nothing else to do. And then what about emotional fulfillment? About feeling like you're legitimately wasting your life away because everything you worked for can be gone in as little as a month. I've actually come to enjoy my new channel, the Creepy Girl one, because I can do whatever I want there and there is no expectation. I don't feel put out either because a lot of what I'm sharing there is gameplay, stuff I already did while playing. I don't have to write a script, and if I do write a script, it's going to be about stuff I'm incredibly interested in and have been for probably half of my life. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Age and games like Baldur's Gate 3, but there's only so much content that interests me. I can't just sit here and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. I mean, I could when I'm in the mood to do so, that's the truth, but I'm not always in the mood. I am a complex creature, and I can't be this freaking entertainment machine that YouTube wants me to be, nonstop, 24/7, all year round. So, everyone is probably wondering what this means. She's going to drop off the face of the earth again? Well, honestly, that's what I feel like doing, because I don't feel like I've had enough time for myself in quite a while. But in all likelihood, I'm probably just going to continue taking a break for another week or two. I'll probably switch to making a video once a month, or when I really feel like there's a good reason to make a video, and maybe stream once a week or every other week, depending on how I'm feeling. I was planning to play Dragon Age Inquisition. The big problem I had, though, was that I had already started a game that I'm in the middle of, and figured everyone would expect me to start over again, which I don't really want to do. So we'll see. I might just pick that game that I was playing up anyways and go with Inquisition. I'm definitely going to put my focus back on writing and my artwork, though, going forward. And I'm thinking I'm going to get back on the wagon of pushing my art career and getting back into showing at galleries. These two things alone are so much more important to me. They help me work through all of the crap I've gone through in life, while YouTube has a way of just focusing on all of the negative things, like being scrutinized constantly under a damn microscope, like never being good enough to actually get anywhere, or never knowing why you're failing when you're making good content. These things can and do happen elsewhere in life, but it's never so maddening as when you're left with nothing but to dwell on it like it is with YouTube. I completely realize I could keep trying until it sticks, but I'm making a conscious choice to pursue that which I love more. I'll keep updating my Patreon, likely with more writing-specific content. I want to get my book Lady Dragon finished and then get started on the second book and then the third. I might do what I originally intended and talk somewhat about my books here on the channel if I have the time to put something together, or I might just wing it and do a live talk about some of them. I do plan to keep working on my Creepy Girl channel when I have time as well, since getting back into my old PlayStation games has been an unexpected boon, something I've enjoyed more than I expected to. I even got this thing called a retro tank, which is a device to improve the upscaling from an old lower res system so I can make better recordings. I'm pretty much just going to do what I think I can manage and what I want to do. I'm sick of forcing myself to do all of this crap just to keep things afloat, though, and then not even being able to do that. And for reasons I'll never understand. Because people are sick of me, or don't agree with what I have to say, or because I'm not going out of my way to follow the exact topics that are trending. Hey, I could make a video bashing the Rings of Power, but I've never considered myself the type to go with the flow of mainstream. It's just not my thing. So realize I'll be taking a break for a while, and when I figure out exactly how I'm going to handle the streaming thing, I'll put up a community post and let people know. But the days of this channel taking 100% priority over my life are over. I just don't have the bandwidth, and I would much rather know that I took the time in my life to explore my artistic vision or actually become a good writer than to sit here on YouTube practicing the definition of insanity. For those who support me and continue to do so, thank you very much. You are much appreciated. I'll see you guys later.